Hello everyone, welcome to Katsun TV. I don't know how I feel about that name, but it's the name we have right now. I just played a draft tournament of Welcome to Wrath with a Crucible pack mixed in, which is why you're seeing this riled up. But it's currently 4:46 a.m. on a Sunday. Well, it's a Monday because it's 4:46. But yeah, I went to a draft pod, welcome to Wraith. It was a full pod, so that was nice. And we got the Crucible pack. So the way they did the Crucible pack, we didn't draft it, we just opened it, and if we got some cards, it could be like our starting point for what we actually end up drafting. So I'm just going to show you what I got in the Crucible pack. I won't pull that out. So I got 2 Brute cards, riled up, red, yellow. I got 2 Guardian cards, Chokeslam and Blessing of Serenity. And I think the rest were like not usable, yeah. 2 mechs, 2 ranger, and a wizard. And then I got 1 ninja, which, spoiler alert, is what I drafted. So yeah, I'm just gonna put these away. And then these are all the cards that I drafted that I didn't end up using. So, as I said, I drafted ninja. But I had a couple generics that I just picked because I was like, what if, right? Brajin Braunhide. Doesn't really work in Ninja. I want a 0 cost for the Kodachis. This is 3. The pitch value is good, but not going to work. Nimble Strike. I don't have a Nimbleism. And it's a 1 cost again, so I was like, well, I don't really want that. Same thing with Demolition Crew. 2 cost, revealing a card and cost 2 or greater. I'm a ninja. I don't have a lot of those. Then these are cards that I just forced to take at the end. I think it's these 3. 2 Brutes and a Guardian. And now these cards. So, what ended up happening at the start, I picked Route. This is my pack 1, pick 1, because I was all like, Route's pretty good. What ended up happening, obviously, is I won Ninja, right? But I looked at this card, it's a Rainbow Foil, and I was like, well, you know what, that's a nice card. Dorinthia likes to attack. +3, defending hero, it has defended from hand. I can bounce one from hand back to, I bounce one from the field back to hand. That's pretty good. And then I picked, a couple Biting Blades up. I picked a Stroke of Foresight. I got a 9 Song. I think Sharpen Steel is later, but what ended up happening was, like, halfway through the first pack, I stopped getting warrior cards. And I'm thinking, it's a lot of ninja cards on the table in the packs. I'm just going to switch. And I wasn't fully switched because, like I mentioned, I picked the Sharpened Steel, like in pack 2 still, but it's like, and I ended up fully switching over, and it went okay. I won't tell you my score yet, but I will tell you the composition. So, there is 1 Reiner, 2 Dorinthias, 3 Katsus, and 2 Bravos. So yeah, and it ended up being 3 Katsus, which is the most, which is funny, because no one was taking Ninja at first, but I guess, peer pressure and all that, if no one taking Ninja, people switch. And as I mentioned before, my pack 1, pick 1 was a warrior card. What ended up happening and why I got a decent amount of Ninja cards is because the people to my left and right were Dorinthia. So there's like no way I was getting warrior cards because the people directly beside me were warrior. Those are the 2 that went warrior. And I think that's why. So switching was right. I should have switched earlier though. I could have probably got better ninja cards if I switched earlier, but I didn't. It was my first draft learning experience. And the Brute player was next to the warrior. Then there was a Bravo, and then 2 ninjas on the other side of the table, right next to each other. So I was basically on the opposite side of them. So there's a decent split of ninja cards. And the 2 Guardians are split pretty well either, like opposite sides. And then obviously one brute. Literally picked all the brute cards. So, anyways, Kodachi, Katsu. Drafted an Iron Rod plate. I didn't find the chest where you can destroy and get actions. Or resources, I think it is. I think it's resources. Then I was able to draft a breaking scale. It's really good. Ninja equipment. Target an action card. Action attack. Attack action. You get the idea. With combo, gain 1. And then Snapdragon scale is also really good for ninja. Because cost 1 or less. They all have cost 1 or less. So that's my equipment. I didn't draft a helm. I was looking for it at the end. Didn't find it. So let's get into the deck. First thing I drafted, well, not first, I drafted a bunch, but I just have it sorted as generic into ninja cards. I have 2 Wounding Blows, red, yellow, both 0 costs. Oh, well, I mean, it's a 0 cost card, and I can use Snapdragon whenever I want to make it go again. So I was like, okay, this is basically like a ninja combo card with that thought process, right? If I pitch it, I can use Kodachi, 0 cost card, and pitch on, go again. So I was like, okay, this is fine. Raging Onslaught was it's like the 30th card in my deck. As you saw by the other generics, I didn't really have a 0 cost card or anything, so it's like, I'll just take this. It's 3 costs, 6 damage, 2 for 1. Not the best, but, you know, what option do I have? Scar for a Scar, good card. It gets go again if you have less HP. So, perfect for ninja. And it's also just a 0 cost card, so once again, pitch if I need to. Then I have, I think, 2 Scour the Battlescapes. Play from Arsenal, you could go again, and when you attack with it, you can put a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck, and you can draw again if you want, which is good if you're trying to find combo pieces for ninja. So it's like, okay, that's pretty good, right? 0 cost card as well. Then I have a Time Snap Potion. I didn't realize that when you play this, it's an action, right? It says right there, action. So you play this, and you can't break it until next turn. I didn't realize that. I ended up only playing it once. It's an interesting card. I don't know if I should have drafted it, though. But it's also a 0 cost card that pitches for 3, so that's not bad either. And this is my 10th Crucible pick. And my 10th card from Crucible, the only ninja card I got, Torrent of Tempo, 1 cost, 5 damage. Not bad. It's pretty good. So here it gets into I have 2 leg taps, 2 yellow, 1 blue. And then I have 3 Rising Knees, yellow, red, blue, red, yellow, blue, and then 1 Blackout Kick. I probably shouldn't have drafted Blackout Kick. I think getting 2 leg tap into Rising Knee is already what you want, and it's hopefully what you get. And trying to get more than that is insane. But I did, I'm just going to put these over here. I did actually end up getting a leg tap into Rising Knee into Blackout on my first hand, so there's like no worries about blocking or anything. So that was pretty cool. But I mean, Blackout Kick is just like, it's 1 cost 3, which is the same as leg tap without go again. If you play it without something, and ideally you're probably not going to play with something. Well, most of the time you're probably not going to play with something. It's a head job. I got 3 head jobs. 2 red, 1 blue. I do not know how I feel about head job plus open the center plus flush surface. I feel whelmed by open the center. It does not feel that good compared to like Rising Knee Thrust. This card, I mean, like, head job costs nothing and gets go again, which is cool. That's cool. But then open the center costs 2, which is fine. But against Dominate and +1, which is nice, but like, I don't know. I feel like this is not as good as, say, Rising Knee Thrust, because it costs 0, and then Black Arcade costs 1. So this is a cost 1 total resource. If you just count leg tap plus Rising Knee, it just costs 1, right? And you get the combo. This costs 2 for open the center, just in the middle. And then the last one, flush the fist, costs 0. I don't know. I don't like it. 2 Flick Flacks, 1 yellow, 1 blue. My only defense reactions, they're not bad cards. They pitch for 0, which is also really nice. I like Flick Flack a lot. Searching Strike, 2 yellow, 1 blue, and then 4 Whelming Gust Swords, 2 yellow, 2 blue is the last part of my deck. When I was drafting, I didn't look at my cards at all. They said we could because it was like a beginner's thing. There's a lot of new people, but like I wanted to play by official rules, and official rules is once you put a card down, you can't look. So I was trying to do that, but I did not realize how many Whelming I had. And this is a good card, don't get me wrong. It pitches for 0, and I have combo with Surgeon Strike. I really like Surgeon Strike, Whelming Gust Wave. I think this is really good, comparatively, right? Because you pay up front for the 2, and this is like, it does 4. If I got a red, it would have done 5, which is really nice. And then this is a 0 cost that can just be played after. Really nice. It's like Rising Ethos. I don't like combo cost cards that cost something, which is I guess why I kind of don't like Open the Center. I'd rather pay up front with Surgeon Strike or Leg Tap and then play the combo. So there's like a Mugenshi release, I think is what it's called, that I passed on early before I pivoted. That would have been really nice too. But that's my deck. I ended up going 1 and 2 in draft, which is unfortunate. But I had a lot of fun. It was a great learning experience. I got, some cool cards. I got this Rainbow Foil Route. I might make that. The next event is a Popper, so all commons, and I think you're allowed 6 rares. So that's going to be fun. I don't know who I'm going to build. I think you're allowed to build anyone, like Oldhim, Briar, every hero. I don't have a lot of Arcane Rising, so I don't think that's going to be an option. But we'll see. I need to actually sort my cards. I might, build Katsu again. I bought some Crucible afterwards, and I opened the reverse Kadachi, so I got the set now. But it's rare. I assume they'll let me use it and not count towards the rare count of 6 because this is a token, right? And just because Kadachi in Crucible is rare doesn't really make it rare. If that makes sense. But, still don't have my iPad. November 3rd. A week and a couple of days away. Hopefully the next video will be on that. In a week, I'll be at my new job. It'll be interesting, but that's all for right now. Thank you.